Good evening, beautiful beings. This is Gypsy Jess. Let me adjust that real quick. And I have a reading for you tonight. I'm getting a strong feminine energy coming through, and I'm gonna call it like a dark feminine, but I'm getting like magical. One of my sage bundles completely fell apart right before I started. You can see it's still smoldering over there. I got a new piece of jewelry in the mail from Luna Soul, this beautiful snake. I believe it's adventuring, just heart opening. And we know it's transformation, right? Matches my snake right there, right? Snake that doesn't shed its skin dies. And with that and the sage bundle falling apart, and being drawn to all of my green and yellow decks tonight and oracle cards, I'm getting a major heart opening burst of confidence, flame, like rebirth in flames. A female, though, it's a feminine energy that's really coming through. I just want to do a little reading on that, but also give Luna Soul just a lovely little call out for her beautiful jewelry. And also what came with that, which I thought was wonderful, was a little piece of black tourmaline, which was apparently chosen intuitively, which is about grounding and protection. Very earthy vibe there. So I'm gonna use that tonight. Very excited, very excited. Get that little cleanse over there. We're gonna let that burn off some travel with the sage, but oh, all right. Wands right off the bat, right off the bat, and King of Pentacles in reverse. So we've got 9 of Wands, King of Pentacles in reverse. Here I was getting feminine energy coming through. But all that green and gold, just so much green and gold coming up for me. And it's interesting because it's not really the season of that, right? It's the season of darker colors, which to me is just major heart opening, confidence triggers. I got a bunch of new decks recently, but a couple of them in particular I'm glued to right now. I'm just feeling vibrant and beautiful, and maybe that's a reflection of how I'm feeling right now. Definitely feeling kind of a new sense of fire and growth. But let's see what else is coming through. My beautiful, beautiful feminines. 7 of Swords in reverse. Ooh. Ooh. Fingers over in the deck here. Spirit, what is this energy coming through? Got cards trying to jump out of my hands, but not quite. So let's see. Ooh, turned over. More pentacles, more green and gold. Green and gold. If you are watching from Wisconsin, this might be for you. And another one trying to jump out here. 8 of Cups in reverse. Interesting. Oh, okay. All right, cards. All right. Of course, we have got the Queen of Wands coming out. Fire energy all day. 2 of Cups, 7 of Cups. Okay. All right. So my first thought, doesn't have to be a marriage. My first kind of feeling here is this is a feminine that is coming out of a marriage, possibly a divorce here. King of Pentacles, he's, the good spouse card, stability, investment. We'll get a few more on here, and I say marriage because of the 2 of Cups here, right? Love. And now we've got the 7 of Cups. We've got choices, powers. And this could also be, spiritual gifts. The Queen of Wands, she is the most magical, seductive, action, kind of fiery, right? What did I say? Queen in the deck. I'm actually gonna get a, oh, no, okay, one more. I was gonna get a different deck, but I will take one. Okay. And look what just flew out, King of Cups. I'm thinking that we have a new love connection here. King of Cups. I heard one more, and there he is. This makes more sense now. Okay. So I'm getting now that this is a Queen of Wands. We'll move these about here. And we got the Eight of Cups and the Seven Cups. All this love investment. And now we have our King of Cups. This is where I feel like these should go. Don't, take the energy as you will. Money investment, the worldly, and a choice. So this doesn't have to be a marriage. It does not have to be a marriage, but I'm definitely getting a Queen of Wands who is reinventing herself. Hence the fire and the sage that was coming through, and I was getting that dark feminine. I mean, look at her. You want to talk about powerful dark feminine. She is the ish. And now we have the King of Cups here. King of Emotion. And while they're not, the exact divine pair match, look at how these two go together. I mean, that's fire and water. These are very strong elementals here. Action and spirit, emotion and action. It's a beautiful coupling there. But I'm getting a feminine that has a choice between two masculines, and very might have already made the choice. So here on this side, and definitely with the Six of Pentacles down here, I'm getting a lot of fighting, right? We've got a lot of fighting on this side. And here, it's very different. I'm getting someone who's coming out of this kind of betrayed energy, right? Because we've got the Seven of Swords over here, kind of a thief, money, fighting. Where do I want to put this here? Where do I want to put this? We'll put it right with her. So I'm getting a strong feminine energy who's got a choice or has already made a choice. I feel like she's got a choice, right? Because this isn't necessarily flipped where she's already made her decision, but she's got a choice between two masculines. And this is someone I'm getting, and I know I moved the cards around, but that's what I felt like I needed to do, how it went, is that this is someone in the past. There was a lot of conflict, probably came in with a lot of passion, but there's a lot of water under the bridge, right? You see all these cups turned over, this emotion turned over, someone who seemed like a very stable, reliable, good partner, strong love interest, who wasn't able to give that equal investment, that equal partnership that she was looking for. That's what I get here. And now there's this new person, this King of Cups, emotionally available. And while this could be options, I'm getting more of a spiritual, someone who has a lot of different gifts to offer, right? So this can be, this card can be, it can be choices, but it can also be spiritual gifts. And, I feel like these are things he's bringing to the table too, because you got the cups, right? But up top, her overarching energy is that equal investment, equal partnership. And, perhaps, she saw or sees these two equally. There may have been, I'm not getting that there was betrayal here, that there's not actually any betrayal here. or any known sense of betrayal. But this person from the past wants to fight, right? If there's a history of betrayal, it's not from this person. It's maybe a sense of something that's from both of them, like a history of betrayal is what I'm getting here. So maybe both of these people have a lot of choices and a lot of gifts. And while there maybe at one time appeared to be a little bit more to offer, a little bit more love, 8 of Cups versus 7 of Cups. See the difference between these cards? This one's just silver. It wasn't reversed, right? A lot of spill, a lot of water under the bridge. He walked away. Where this one, upright, we have that, there's silver and gold, gold rimmed. It's upright. We've got this beautiful, happy home, which is interesting because it's kind of a regression here. So something that appeared to be more than what it was not. Whereas this one, and this man might have a little less in terms of money, right? This one could have had maybe a little bit more money per se, right? He is the King of Pentacles. He's known for his money. This one maybe has a little bit less, but brings way more to the table. He is silver and gold, and look at this kingdom. Look at this castle and gold here in the clouds. He's a dream. He's a dream. And just going by the colors, a bit more of an equal pairing, right? And that's what she's looking for. So this is a choice. This is a choice. So I snuck a peek under the deck too because I felt inclined to, and of course we have the Empress here. We're gonna leave her up here because Empress energy, I feel like that's probably what this woman actually embodies, but this is how they see her, right? This is who this feminine actually is, but this is how these two men see her. This fiery, attractive, magical queen. Okay, she's actually the Empress, right? She's all of it, so even more so, but perhaps this is also the energy she met these guys in. So let's get, I was gonna verify with my other tarot deck here, but I don't, we'll hang on to it. We'll hang on to it. In fact, Spirit, go ahead and tell me more about this King of Pentacles here. We're gonna use a different deck. We're gonna use, okay. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, out in the cold. So this man wants to come out of the cold. These are all blocked energies. So, and with the Pentacles coming up here too, I feel like this person was very stingy. Like it was very out of balance. It was not an equal, it was nowhere near the equal give and take that she was looking for, the equal investment. And not only, so I'm getting, she was out in the cold before, right? She was out in the cold, right? Begging for a little bit of his time and energy. And now he is also out in the cold, but this is outside of the Kingdom of Pentacles. So this is kind of a dream right now. Ooh. Right, the next question was tell me about the King. And here we have the Star. So just look at the difference between these two energies here. Water under the bridge, out in the cold, someone who definitely would like to come, so definitely some conflict overarching on this relationship. But I'm guessing that would like to come in. Wishes he had fought more. Wishes he had fought more for this, but didn't. He walked away. He walked away. Now this one with the Star, and what did I say before? These are all spiritual looking up, spiritual gifts. This is, and I love this version of the Star. It gives me like big star seed horoscope kind of energy. This is someone who, is just super spiritually grounded, more water, more emotion here, who's going to pour into this relationship. And this almost kind of looks like the Ace of Cups too, right? That cup overflowing. But this is, you know, the moon and the stars, and it's vast, but also divinely connected. So some very different energies coming off these cards here. Very, very different energies. We're gonna leave those. I'm gonna get a few more oracle here, but I mean, just the color-wise too. This is yellow and green, so you know, heart chakra, solar plexus. So what I'm getting is this was also very triggering. This relationship was very triggering, and it definitely wasn't. There was a lot of love here, right? He's all in green, but it wasn't an equal investment. Whereas here, these guys together, this is an equally matched pair, right? A star seed pair, big energy. And I said earlier, you know, the dark feminine, right? I got dark feminine energy. And this is the star, it's not the sun. The feminine there, all purple, intuition. Very indigo child too. Blue jay there if you're looking for signs, which are very family oriented. So this person wants to have a family. This person wants to have a family with this feminine. I love the two moons there. But the colors with the purple and the blues, very indigo child, very gifted, very spiritual. These look like the evil eye. I hadn't actually noticed that before. So I'm getting both spiritually protected, as well as this relationship, spiritually protected. And someone wants to start a family. And blue jays, they're extremely aggressive and protective of their nests. So both of these energies, or really this feminine too, this could very much be how this masculine sees this feminine when she's fiery, is the perfect person to start a family with, like a protective, good family. But I'm getting more so that spirit is intending a family here. See, her little third eye is glowing. So this particular relationship is opening spiritual gifts. Very different, but absolutely. I mean, I gotta say, I do love this energy on the right there. All right, let's get some oracle cards. Spirit, tell us more about this Queen of Wands and these two relationships. I have an energy around the King of Pentacles, please. Give me an energy around the King of Pentacles. In fact, yeah, give me an energy around the King of Pentacles, please. Calming the waters, peaceful self-regulation. 3, also Empress. You're getting over this. You're getting over this and that kind of the rough feelings that you had from the past. Peaceful self-regulation. Perhaps this person is too. I mean, it definitely seemed unbalanced and a lot of emotion. Like I said, a lot of water under the bridge here. Spirit, give me an energy around this King of Cups. Around this King of Cups. Okay. Wings of light, becoming something new. Yeah. Transformation, 42, that's 6, the Lovers. Becoming something new. Yeah, this triggered an awakening. This new relationship, all that intuition, all that spirit, wings of light. This is rapid growth. This is love that makes you better for both, and that's bringing out spiritual gifts. So, you know, it doesn't say that she's made a choice here, but Spirit, give me an energy around this Two of Cups. Give me an energy around this Two of Cups. Phoenix rising. What did I say at the beginning of this? Phoenix rising, that burnt sage. Queen of Wands, someone who's becoming something new, who's overcoming, who is soothing herself, who's regulating all this past pain from this relationship and any other, right? There is 8 cups there. Who used to feel left out in the cold, is very upset, a lot of conflict here. This is calming, and look at how she's illuminated. Look at how her light is coming out. I'll put this right here. Soul radiance. You know, last night I did a divine masculine reading that had a King of Wands in it, and he too had the soul radiance. Phoenix rising pop up. Let's get some more oracle here. So also 8 cycles, unconditional love. Rising from the ashes and becoming this Empress, right? So this is her calming the waters here. So this is, I'm going to say you, the she watching this, right? Stepping into that Empress energy, letting go of these hurts from the past, and becoming something new in love, rising from the ashes of her pain. And so also point out here in this one, this Empress, right? Very superwoman with the red and the blue. Here, right? The Queen of Wands, it's all red and fire. Phoenix rising, the blue, the calming of the waters, the self-regulation, the regulation of this fire. Now who is she? Now who is she? Now she's the Empress. Right? 3, calming the waters. 3, the Empress. We're going to put that over here. Rising from the ashes and becoming the Empress. The Empress does not come down off her throne for anyone. She is receptive. She oozes strength and spirituality and balance. And she's, you know, kind and respected. Does not remove her jewels from her crown for anyone. They come to her. She is all the queens. All the queens. Heat. Definitely that Phoenix rising. Passion. Love. Passion. So here you see this winged masculine and hands behind the head. This is passionate love as well. So this relationship under there with that king of cups. That's just because he's the King of Cups doesn't mean he's not bringing fire to the bat here. He's becoming something new as well, right? He is a rising Phoenix as well. You know, I love the feathers in this too. I've been so drawn to feather energy, feather medicine lately. Ordered a ton of new earrings from a couple gals that make them, and I'll bring them into some of the next readings. But strong feminine. So, and feathers, that's birds, right? That's attached to spirit. So, like I said before, with the star and the spiritual gifts coming through, these are 2 spiritually gifted individuals. Perspective. More feathers. Also very Empress-like energy here. See how she's kind of pregnant, or it looks a little pregnant, abundant. Her wings are purple, almost like I get kind of a peacock vibe there, but those colors, those purple and blues, that indigo, her spirituality here. Getting a new perspective on her world and all these challenges that brought her brought her into this Empress energy. Perspective, a new perspective. Let's get some more. Let's get some more. I want to get some goddess cards here. Ladies, please tell me, you know, what sort of Empress is this? I'm sorry, Empress. What sort of energy is this Empress embodying with you? Who are the goddesses that she is resonating with right now? I'm going to draw three, because that is Empress energy. Okay. Grief. Oh. So, I said before, getting a different perspective on her pain there. See where she's holding the moon in her hands. Here she's holding the world in her hands. And, you know, overcoming the pain from the past. So, getting a new perspective on the pain that she's been through, grief that she still might be holding around, whether it be a romantic relationship or anything else. Don't ask me to say that goddess's name. Kotliku, the Sphinx challenge, overcoming challenge, more wings, more feathers. Look at all the feathers. You know, I have just been so drawn to feathers lately. Like, look at them all. Look at them. Part lioness, part eagle. This is someone who's embodying both masculine and feminine traits. Wings, but look at all the wings. Angelic. Earth angel. Earth angels. Earth angels. New perspective on the pain, right? On the betrayal, on the hurt, on the grief. Just getting a new perspective on this and overcoming that challenge. And she's Superwoman. Look at her with her little shield. And give me one more goddess, please. One more goddess. What energy is this dark Empress embodying? Anger and rage. So I kind of got a little, there she is, right? The lion again, the lioness. I said that here. So this is divine, this is sacred rage, sacred anger. Remember we started with the King of Wands, and she's magical and she's fire, and she's rising from the ashes of her grief and her anger and her rage. Okay, look at those colors here. Look at all the orange, all the fire. And this is what, forged in the flame, I heard. Forged in the flame. Forged in the flames. And that's, I mean, forged. That's really what her staff and her shield here, they're purified gold. This is, and there are angels all around this particular feminine. You are so protected and so shielded. You have literally angels in every direction. Sun and moon. Masculine, feminine. Let's get some map oracle. Tell me more about this Empress overcoming this challenge, this sacred rage and anger and grief, rising from the ashes. Sphinx, the Phoenix, dark feminine rising. Oh, where is it? I posted it earlier. So from that jewelry I got today, this actually came into it, and I just thought of it now because I took a picture of it with my deck beforehand. The wild woman is not afraid of the dark. She is the dark, dark feminine. Got the moon here, the sun. Right? And I just feel like this belongs in here. The wild woman, she is not afraid of the dark. Of course not. Look at her. She's the light. She's the fire. Wild woman is not afraid of the dark. She is the dark feminine rising. You know, there are millennia of women who've been forced to put on a smile and do what they're told and be precious little quiet, speak when spoken to, servitude women serving in the light, right? Being the good little Christian women, or you following obedience. And that is why we have generations of angry women, and you know, sacred rage, that to me is what will heal the world. Women who speak up for themselves and who stand up for injustice and who are come to be an equal partner, the Empress, who justly, fairly, and with strength govern their people and their societies and themselves. Stuck in the mud, slow and steady. Got some nice little fairy energy here. Stuck in the mud. And again, 12, that reduces to a 3. This is slow and steady change. Stuck in the mud, 6. So love, 24. And I'm getting with, so elephant, funny enough, in the back there, you'll see, in a lot of my posts, you'll see that I have an elephant painting in the back. Her name is Empress. She was done by an art student down in Savannah, Georgia, that I came across. And, you know, of course she stood out to me. And then when I saw the little paper on the back saying, I am the Empress, I am the guardian, I am the mother, I was like, of course. So I had to get her. So the Empress in the elephant form is right behind us. And here she is again, the Empress. And when you are, you know, powerful and abundant, you know, it's the matriarch that takes care of the group, right? I don't know what you call them, the group of elephants. It's run by a matriarch, and they live to be quite old. But obviously, with this much weight and this much heaviness, right? Generations of being held down, you can feel quite stuck. And here she is, she's got a little bird, a little spirit just hanging out in the back, coaching her along. But, you know, it's extremely difficult for her. She feels like it's extremely difficult to get out of this grief. But what happens, slow and steady, dries, and hopefully that can help her along. But more so what I'm getting her is this stuck in the mud energy. That's what's being transformed. Right? You make a piece of pottery with, you know, a mud or a clay. You put it in the oven and heat it, very high temperatures, and that's how it hardens. It becomes into something beautiful. You paint it, right? And there's our green and gold again. Our green and gold. Yeah, definitely getting Wisconsin. Or you might be a Packers fan. So if you're watching this. Green to gold, also military. This could be enlisted to officer. So a very strong woman right there, right? Green to gold, but transformation, confidence. So slow and steady. There's going to be a rising from this heat, this pressure that she's under right now, this challenge. And she will overcome, and she will be unbreakable, getting unbreakable, shielded. Look, there's, I just noticed him. Phoenix rising came up earlier, right? Look at on her shield there. I don't know if you can see it. To me, it's a bird of some sort, right? With the little phoenix tails. To me, this is the phoenix, right? There it is again on her lap. You can see it underneath her staff there in the light, rising from the ashes. And I also noticed this pointing to her, kind of her womb area, root chakra, red. So those root issues, especially stuck in the mud, generations of sex abuse, human trafficking. Women have been persecuted for generations. But this slow and steady change, this is coming for this particular feminine. And if you're watching this, just keep going. Keep going with this incredible transformation. You will rise from this stronger than you have ever been. I promise you. You will overcome this. You will let go of this grief that makes you feel like you are stuck in the mud right now and you are running slow. But slow and steady is the way to go. Slow and steady is the way to go. I'm going to get two things. I'm going to get some twin flame guidance here right now, because we're going to get a couple things, but we're going to start with the twin flame ascension deck, because that's what this is about. This is ascending. This is rising above. Dark feminine rising. The wild woman. Don't be afraid of the dark. Don't be afraid of this night, this dark night of the soul I'm getting. You are going to rise. Oh, and there's our snake again there, right in her headdress, just like at the beginning. Gotta love that. Acknowledge, take responsibility. 11. Acknowledge your power. Acknowledge your light. Take responsibility for changing your world and your truth. Step into this confidence. More yellows. Look at all the gold on the table. Look at all of that gold on the table. Take responsibility and acknowledge what's holding you back. Acknowledge your grief. Acknowledge your grief, slow and steady. Acknowledge your rage. This time of being quiet and not speaking your truth and stuffing it down, this is done. Speak your truth. See this robe that she's wearing here, this blue, and the blue here in the card? Grief, rage. Anger is just sadness's bodyguard, okay? That's what anger is, sadness's bodyguard. This is protective. This is the shield, okay? Because you've done wrong. Been treated wrong, and especially from where we started this, by men, possibly a series of love interests. But this grief, this anger, you have to acknowledge it, right? Because it's holding you down. It's weighing you down right now. Yes, you're still the Empress. You're still embodying this beautiful, strong, motherly, leadership energy. But this grief and this anger is holding you back. It's holding you down. And you have to take responsibility for your truth and acknowledging, it is not okay. See here, the sun, this is, anger, but see in the background here, the sun is behind her. The sun is behind her. This is once you come through this rage, it'll be a beacon of who you are. Take responsibility for these feelings. Acknowledge them. Feel your feelings. Feel your anger. Feel your grief. And be transformed by it. Honestly, I feel like that's I'm done with these. That's no more of that. No more of that. I'm being told what we knew. What we're going to do is just get a little bit of guidance, because that's the main message here. Is to acknowledge your feelings, speak your truth, acknowledge this grief and this rage, and for all the challenges and all the things that you had to go through, and take a different perspective on it. Calm those waters, because that's what's keeping you stuck right now. That's what's keeping you stuck. And move through it slowly. Continue to move through it slow and steady. Allow things to flare up. Allow that transformation to take place. Allow that purge to take place. And let that heat, right? Allow those feathers to rise. Take on those wings of becoming something new. Put on those wings. Heat rises. Divine, and I keep getting divine feminine rising, dark feminine rising. Heat rises, right? And you got wings of light here. This challenge, this fire, this anger, that's what's gonna take you into something new. But eventually, slow and steady, right? It'll dissipate, right? We'll work up through the chakras here, that little yellow, and then get to the heart space. Slow and steady, these cycles will get worked out, and the heart will be open. The heart will be open, but you have to acknowledge it. You gotta feel it. You gotta feel it to heal it. Feel it to, ooh, okay. If I follow my inner wisdom, I am at peace with my own being. Storms inside. I completely trust the intelligence within me to guide me to the right path. The universe supports me in every positive way. So, you know, it's easy when you're going through challenges, you're angry, you're asking why, to wonder, you know, why me? What's the point here? But really, I mean, you probably know why, right? Because that's how gold and treasure and jewels, that's how this shield and this staff is formed. This is how that crown is formed. Something strong is made stronger in heat and challenge. And if you speak your truth and you let what's on the inside come out, that's how you're going to be at peace. Is by following your own inner wisdom. Yeah, I actually feel like that's it right there. That's it right there. Okay. Okay, my divine feminine. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you for being here. Feel free to like, dislike, or leave a comment if this resonated with you. I hope you have a wonderful evening.